I've always seen people's potential. I've always seen what they're capable of. Big if they're willing to put in the work.
You're never going to find time. You create it, you make it. And in doing that, you get to then have the most expressed, fulfilling, joyful life possible. Hey everybody, it's Bianca.
And it's Emilia.
Welcome to another episode of Evolve Ventures, where we are helping growth-minded humans evolve by breaking one limiting belief at a time. We hope you enjoyed the last episode, number 214, How to Gain Certainty When Life Feels Out of Control. For today, number 215, Motivation Monday, How to Make the Most Out of Your Life. Emilia and I work with so many people. I think we have a combined number of like 8,000 coaching calls, like direct one-on-one coaching calls with people, like at least. And that's not to brag, but it's to say that we've had a lot of experience having conversations with people and diving into some really intensive conversations. And one of the themes that we continue to see over and over again is that too many of us aren't living lives that we actually enjoy. We're not living lives that excite us, that we're proud of, that are meaningful to us, and that we feel like we're getting the most out of them. And so what we want to do in this quick 10-minute episode is really talk about why that is and how you could start to change that, because I know for Emilia and I, like, our lives really started getting the amount of essence and fulfillment that they have now when we really started focusing in on what was the most important things to us and just putting all of our time, energy, and attention into that and getting rid of all of the things that didn't. So that's what we are going to be diving into today.
That has been an absolute journey. So we are also on the couch today. And for those of you who didn't listen to our last episode, we're kind of in a new setup, going through some transition. So I want to call that out because a little bit of eye candy on the YouTube. So if you want to go over to YouTube, watch us, hang out with us, come hang out on the comfy couch. I adore it. This couch could swallow us up.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, happy Monday, y'all. I don't know why the visual came in, but I feel like I need so as a former cowgirl, I grew up on a farm. And there's the thing that you do that's like a lasso. That's what it's called. Yeah. You know the dance move because you do it all the time. But that's the visual that just came in. I'm like, I want to, there goes the mic. But anyways, why that visual came in is because I swear that nobody's doing that, which is the metaphorical, like using your imagination, which is the like loop-de-loop, to then set it and cast it. If you're a fisherman, fisherwoman, you'll appreciate that too. It's like cast it out to grab something and then to rein it in. And I feel like so few of us are not lassoing or not leveraging the lasso of our creativity to really tap into what you just described, which was like the full potential of our lives. And when it comes to the journey that you and I have been on, it has been really going all in terms of what we value and what we believe and the mission and everything. And that's been genuinely so fulfilling. And it is so palatable when you and I are in a room. Next turn. Yes, we know because we have beautiful genetics. We appreciate that. Thanks, mom and dads and our families. But it goes beyond that. It's an energy that you and I carry. And it's an energy of, I always talk about how energy is a huge lump sum accumulation of choices. And when someone is choosing really healthy, adaptive, positive thoughts, their behaviors and their lifestyle ends up in accordance with a healthy, positive eminence. I don't know how else to say it, but like you can tell if you go into a room, someone that's deeply unfulfilled, that's sad, that's like not tapping into their full potential, their body is literally more concaved than the person next to them that is chasing their goals, that is tapping into their true potential, that is living a life that's in alignment with their values, their aspirations, and their belief system. So with that, one of the things that you and I were talking about, B, was like how do we help our listeners really get the most out of life? And how do we, like, obviously, like, this is going to be one podcast episode that shakes up the snow globe. And one of the things that first came to my heart when you had said this episode, I told you, I was like, oh, I got opinion on that. Because, and the truth is underneath that is because I work with so many people. You had mentioned our accumulated hours. It's like, I see so many people so unfulfilled, and maybe I'm just blessed with this gift, but for as long as I can remember, I've always seen people's potential. I've always seen what they're capable of. Big if they're willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
And so while that's been a beautiful blessing, it's allowed me to wake up in the day and say, what is my goal? What am I grateful for? What will serve my highest potential? Those are the questions that I prime myself and I ask myself with every single day. It also comes with this massive downside of also seeing everyone that's not doing that. And so this huge, big, helpless part of me that comes in and wants to help everyone do that. And there's only so many people that want to do that for themselves. And that's what I want to bring to our listeners today in this Motivation Monday, y'all. So hopefully I'm pumping you up and also delivering that truth that you need to hear, where no one can do this work for you. No one can tap into your potential for you. However, you can ask yourself the questions that, like the lasso, kick up that creativity and kind of harness in, what are the things that could serve you? What are the train tracks that could help put you on a path that maybe start to say no to the things that are really making your energy really yucky or not as in integrity as you want it to be? And that's where someone like a coach, someone like a really great friend that's aspiring can really help to provoke those questions in your head and kind of plant the seed of potential, if you will. And that's what I found for so many people that are kind of navigating through, okay, maybe I'm not tapping into my potential now, but I want to. Okay, so if you have the want, you have the willingness. That's getting you halfway there. Then it's talking to someone who can help you do that and can pump that belief system into you to where you're willing to take that action.
I think something really important to say, though, is that we are not saying that everybody has to have a massive, explosive, transformative purpose and potential in life. Honestly, I think people believing that is what causes a lot of pain, because it's like, well, I'm not that. I don't have that. So what does that mean about me?
Right.
It's finding the ways in which your potential can be unleashed. What are the things for you that really matter? What are the things in your life that you can try to work through and try to explore and navigate and expand or maybe decrease? So what I want to bring into here along with that is, can you set up your life in such a way that you are doing more of the things that bring you fulfillment, that bring you joy, that bring you peace and happiness, and allow you to be the most fully expressive version of yourself? And one of the things that I've realized about myself is that I actually haven't been doing that. I've been, in full transparency, I haven't been doing that as much. I've been focusing way more on the mission, which I love, but these other parts of me have been neglected, like the explorative side of me, the side that wants to be around people and wants to go out and adventure and do all of these things. I've neglected that part. And so what I'm going to be doing, and this is why I'm bringing this up, because I invite all of you. I'm trying to take on that stance. Is that like, you should do this?
Bestow upon thee.
Yeah, bestow upon thee. Do this.
Guidance. No. Which one might benefit from heating with or from or whatever. Anyway.
That is setting a calendar. So scheduling, I know Emilia's cheesing. Can you schedule in the things that matter to you, that are important to you, that are fulfilling to you? So if you heard the last episode, you'll have heard that I'm going through a transition in my life. And so one of the things that I intend on doing, and I was thinking about this actually on the drive here, is all of the things that I wasn't doing before, even before the relationship and before like what my life has looked like in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
I haven't been feeding my soul. I haven't been going out around people. I haven't been going on like little mini adventures. I haven't been doing these things that really bring me joy, that make my life feel more well-rounded and more fulfilling in totality, not just the mission.
Right.
And I've
So
been
important.
really missing out on that and missing out on the opportunity to really build the relationship with myself in that. So something that I'm going to be doing is every single Sunday, I am now scheduling an adventure for myself that it's mandatory that I take. And I had
Will that get you excited if the word mandatory is involved, or is that
I'm going to do this for me.
Good.
I'm doing this for me. I want to live the most fulfilling life that I can. I want to make the most out of my life, and I'm not fulfilled just grinding my face off all day, every day. Like, I love it. I love what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other parts of me that need to be fully expressed.
Definitely.
And that need to be fueled and really nourished. And so you and Alan made your systems into that. And that's why both of you are flourishing the way that you are. And now this is my opportunity to do that for myself so that I can really build these systems into my life. So for everyone listening, we are going to start wrapping up, but the 2 takeaways from this are: what are the things that you can allow yourself to do that are going to make you the most maximized version of yourself? What is your potential? What does that look like for you? And how can you really start, number 2, to schedule that, to plan that, to make the time for that? You're never going to find time. You create it, you make it. And in doing that, you get to then have the most expressed, fulfilling, joyful life possible.
The word that I want to give all of our listeners that I've given so many different clients over the last couple of months is system stack. Everyone that has ventured into the personal development realm, they are familiar with the habit stack, which is, maybe while you're in the shower, you just so happen to brush your teeth too, because you already do it. You shower every single day. Maybe you're struggling to brush your teeth or remember to brush your teeth every day. Hopefully that's not you. But if that's the case, you're already showering once a day. So might as well stack another habit that you're trying to do every single day, like brushing your teeth in the shower. System stacking is just like that. If you already know that you're using your schedule, or if you already know that there's one thing that you can do every single day that can help you at least get into the mindset of what is my potential. I know for you, the long drives or that adventure is like really zooming out. So that's stacking on top of your existing system, which is continuing down the train tracks of the mission, of the impact, of doing your greatest level of contribution and work, which genuinely the world needs so much. And then how can you take a system on top of that to know what is it that I need to do, or I feel called to do, which is the adventures every single Saturday or every single Sunday. That's why I was like, mandatory. All right. I love that. However, I wonder if that adventure part is that novelty where it really needs to feel like it has choice. So I think that all of us do need a beautiful system stack. And I can say that from experience because I have been stacking those systems. And the more that you stack systems that are in alignment, that bring that fulfillment, the more you can get into flow of a life that's built within flow. And flow is a state that so many of us, I feel like, never actually get into because we're constantly tugged around by everyone else's whims and needs. And so I think that if we're doing that all the time, I really don't believe that we can actually fulfill our greatest potential and, to what this episode is all about, get the most out of life. So I really want to encourage our listeners, if you're struggling to kind of figure out what is your unique system stack, reach out to Bianca and I. We always love talking about this stuff because, again, we're not perfect and we evolve. So our system stack, what that was for us, what that was for you 6 months ago, it's evolved. And now you're bringing in a new season, you're bringing in a new chapter. So your system stack needs to evolve with you. All right. So my episode suggestion for our listeners to continue this narrative is 201, how to overcome your fears and get what you want. I do believe a lot of us live in fear from changing And if you listen to our last episode about uncertainty, I think that fear comes so deeply in that we don't actually welcome in the new, and therefore we don't actually get what we want, which is maybe living the most fulfilled, aligned version of ourselves. So listen to that episode. That will really help you kind of navigate some of those waters.
Yeah. Mine is an old one, number 26.
Oh my
Passion, purpose, and alignment. The love triangle.
Oh, the love triangle.
That was an old episode.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine how we sound in that. I apologize in advance for either the audio quality, the long-windedness, and anything and everything in between. But that will definitely be a good blast from the past for our listeners. It's still super valuable though.
You know what I've been seeing come up on my Instagram and my Facebook feed is all of the old media content that we used to put out. And I'm
memes.
like, oh no.
Oh yeah, cover your head in between your knees.
It's definitely a WTF moment of
We've gotten better though. We've gotten better, but I feel you.
Cringy.
A little cringy. Hey, if you look back and it's not cringy, that means that you're not getting better.
You know what I think was happening? I think we're evolving.
Us?
What?
Together?
What?
We? I love that.
All right, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Happy Monday. We are hoping you have an amazing week. And we will see you on Thursday. Bye everybody.
Everyone.